Hello everyone, as you might know we are holding a competition for this beastie gaming PC. But one of the things you have to do to win the PC is come up with the saddest comment that will break my heart. Now the competition is not over yet, so if you want to join also, then click on the link above. So anyway, I just wanted to go over some of the comments until now, and damn, some of you people have no soul. The kind of stories you make up, damn. Anyway, let's just jump to the first comment. My mom threw me out when I was a baby. Then I got adopted by an abusive couple, so I ran away to my aunties. Just to get to residential school, they raped me, they hit me, made me do dishes until I was 20. I finally left, survived, so I went to my uncle's and stayed with him and got a job and a wife until my uncle passed away from cancer. And I started to drink, and some days I wouldn't even show up to my house or work. Eventually I got fired from my job and my wife moved away, took the kids, started selling drugs, got into a gang. They took my house away, kicked me out of the gang. So I was 50, living on the streets until one day 3 people approached me at night and they started hitting me with metal bars and stabbing me. So I was injured the next day. Everybody just didn't care and walked away until eventually I died of lung cancer and nobody knew until 40 years later. Oh my god, how did you come up with this dark stuff? Like, I'm sorry people, but somebody has to come up with one hell of an amazing comment to to get above this one. Also, I have been abused many times. Please save me. I need a way to escape my living hell life. I'm sorry if that's true. Like, I don't know. It's just, it sounds funny. Sorry. I got friend-zoned by crush. Well, we've all been there. I really want this PC. My PC, I'm too poor. I have to go to the library every day to watch your amazing videos you make me. Also, I don't want to tell my mom for a computer because she have no money and my dad left for a rich woman that hits and abuse. By the way, this is a joke. Well, you don't have to tell that you are joking, you know, like it makes it more exciting if I don't know if you are actually joking. When I was 6 years old, my parents divorced. I didn't understand why, and then some people at school found out about it and started saying I was the reason they divorced. Them divorcing meant that I would never have a true brother or sister and no one to ever share my thoughts with. When I was 8 years old, my father married again. His new wife was nice at damn, this is such a long story. I'm not even going to try to read that whole thing. I have to make like 3 separate videos for that. Here's my sad story. I had a cat. It was the cutest little cat a boy could ask for. Well, one day my cat sat on my gaming PC for heat, as cats do. But what Little Whiskers didn't know was that my PC was running an FX 8320 processor from AMD and an R9 270, not even the X version. My Whiskers was cooked to death in seconds. I'll never forget the smell of singed hair. I can hear you all now. Why didn't I turn the system off when I heard the cat scream? That's the thing, I didn't hear over the fans whirring at full speed trying to keep this heap of crap cool. Worst part is, I have this system to this day mocking me. Whiskers, I'm sorry. Sorry. Funny. Hey man, I good to go. I will see you tomorrow. I have a depression and almost killed myself 3 times. And one time, my mom walked in on me and she started crying. Okay, yeah, that's... I hope that's a lie. I really hope so. My mom is in the hospital and I'm not saying I need this PC, but it would be nice for me to remember my mom. Thank you. My cat died and I got my foot caught in a pencil sharpener, so I need to win, lol. The saddest thing is I have no life and can't afford anything I ever want. And I am in pain all the time. Because of the bones. They stopped making Soldier Boy consoles before I could buy one. Listen, please do some research into the Soldier Boy consoles because that shit is crappy. Be happy they stopped making it. I'm entering this with a story. Today a notification came in from YouTube and it said that Epic Rewind uploaded a video which was called Extreme Gaming PC Giveaway 2019. I really wanted to enter the giveaway, but I don't have Facebook, so I shared the video on Twitter and WhatsApp instead. I hope you are fine with that as well. I still have the feeling that I'm not going to win this giveaway. Very sad. Well, Robin van Wijk, actually I do think it's okay that you shared it on Twitter, but is your story sad enough? I'm not sure. You might just want to edit your story a little bit, like that it's even more sad, you know, because now that I let you in the competition, it's not really that sad anymore, so better come up with something else. Before I tell you this story, let me tell you a few things about myself. My name is Caleb Senior. Oh my god, another guy with a store with like a book. Okay, anyway, let's just try to get through it. I am 13 and I have 3 dogs. I live alone. I live in a small town in Connecticut and I weigh 150 pounds. I'm 5'7". I have ADHD, ODD, ADD, ACD, bipolar and depression. Now let's begin my story. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. When I was 5, I was bullied a lot. I was different. The next year, I made my first friend. His name was Nolan Sparks. He was the first person... He was the first person to be kind to me. Wait. Okay. So, he was the first person to be kind to me. Okay, well, I can't read these long stories, man. Like, I'm honestly not trying to be, like, disrespectful or something, but I'm going to have to start over from the beginning. Before I tell you this story, let me tell you a few things about myself. My name is Caleb Senior. I am 13, I have 3 dogs, I live alone, I live in a small town in Connecticut, I weigh 150 pounds, I'm 5'7", I have ADHD, ODD, ADD, OCD, bipolar and depression. I don't know why I'm laughing, it's like very sad, but you know, like I'm laughing at myself because, you know, it's like hard to read. When I was 5, I was bullied a lot because I was different. The next year I made my first friend. His name was Nolan Sparks. He was the first person to be kind to me that year. I also had high blood pressure. I had to quit soccer because I had to wear this heart monitor. Me and Nolan split up after the 3rd grade. I had my heart problem again. Oh my god. I honestly, I don't think you're making this up. If you are making this up, this is definitely one of the most legendary stories all time. If you're not making this up, then I'm very sorry. I'm laughing sometimes. Like I really don't mean to be disrespectful. Anyway, let's go on. Okay. So I had to quit soccer because I had to wear this heart monitor. Me and Nolan split up after 3rd grade. I had my heart problem again. In the middle of the 4th grade, I was tired of being bullied, so I wrote a note treating them. Treating them? They told, so I got suspended. Does he mean threatening? I think threatening. My mother pulled me out of school for 12 weeks. I was lonely. I misses people. Oh yeah, I love this guy. I don't know. I just love this guy. When I got back, it turned out they missed me. My 5th year was when everything went to absolute shit. We had this dance-like thing. It was called the Harvest Hoedown. What the fuck? It was in October. That was the first year I was allowed to go. That weekend was the first time I experienced that. Oh my god. I lost my dog Nikki. She was 12 years old when she died. A few weeks later, I was better. It was December 8th. I learned that my grandfather had lung cancer. I didn't go see him because I was afraid that I would disappoint him. What? He was my hero. He drove planes that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. He died. Oh my god, what the fuck? He died the Friday before Thanksgiving. I regret not going to see him. January 31st, my dog died. His name was Pancho. He had cancer, which was common for white boxes. Okay, like, how do you remember all these dates? Oh, whatever. We'll just finish the story. After all of that, I started going to the therapist. I quit that after 4 months. I was about to give up until I met Hunter. He changed my outlook on life. 3 years, everything was going well. It was the summer before my first year of high school. My dog Peanut died. He was the first dog I owned. He was my best friend. I gave up at school at that moment. I had 7 girlfriends that year. None of them made me feel anything except one. Her name was Skyla. At first I thought she was a slut, but the more I got to know her, I fell in love with her. 2 months after me and 2 months after me and her hooked up, I took her to my apartment that night. I lost my virginity. 3 weeks later, it turned out she was pregnant. I was freaked out and scared, but me and her talked things out. She was a month pregnant when she was in a car crash. I was driving. She lost the baby. I had to leave her. Before you judge me, if I would have stayed, I would have gotten blamed for all of it. 2 weeks later, I went to a mental hospital. 2 weeks later, I went to a mental hospital. That's where I met Jasmine. She was amazing. I asked her out. Then we made love to each other. This time, I had a working condom. 4 weeks after we both go out, because now we both had something to live for. We went back to live in my apartment and we dated for 7 months. When I asked her to marry me 3 weeks later, we had an argument. I slipped and said that the world would be better without her. What the fuck? And she left that night. The morning I went looking for her, so I tracked her phone, right. And it led me to this motel. I found her dead. She killed herself. I wasn't allowed at her funeral, so I stayed back and watched her. Her family hates me. I blame myself on what happened. I became an alcoholic afterwards. That was a month ago. This is a true story. I need help. Someone to talk to. What the fuck? This is the craziest story ever. Like, thank God that like I can see that this is a lie. At least I hope. But yeah, very, very probably, because I don't see you tracking cell phones and becoming an alcoholic at the same time. Okay, well guys, that was amazing. I've always wanted to create art. I've tried many times, but I've never been able to due to my laptop's strength. Each time I get close to getting a decent tech update, something always happens, whether it be faulty parts or another type of scam. I'm almost out of high school and I don't know what I want to do because I have the skill to create the arts, but I have no way to actually create and showcase them. It took me so long to save up the money for my last PC, which sadly broke due to the sellers scamming me on my motherboard and graphics card, saying they were new and when they clearly weren't. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't pursue my dreams and can't become a content creator. So I beg of you, please give me this PC. Thank you for your time. Okay, I don't know why, but that was a very funny one. I had a hard time. Actually, I tried recording this story like 4 times or something, but I just couldn't stop laughing. So in the end, I'll just give you guys this half laughing version. I enjoyed it at least. Okay guys, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget the competition should still be open depending on when you're watching this video. I think it will be open until the 15th of April, so go to the link in the description or the link that pops up on the screen right now if I don't forget to put it there. And join the competition also to win this Beastie Gaming PC. Anyways guys, see you later, have fun, and until next time.